Hello and welcome to In Loving Memory, part 2 of our Grief and Bereavement series. This class is called Your Wound is Where the Light Comes In. So go ahead and rest back on your back in Shavasana. You can take a deep breath in and let it fall out of your mouth. As Rumi says, your wound is the place where the light enters you. Be open to the pain of your broken heart. Spirit and caring people will enter through its brokenness. Remain open to your hurt. You may think it's easier to suppress your pain or avoid it with distractions and busyness, but eventually your emotions will surface. Grief will demand your attention. And if you suppress your emotions long enough, then they have a way of surfacing at the most inconvenient times. So it's best to not avoid them or suppress them, but to give them your attention when they come up. There may be a small place within you that remains hollow, or a large place within you that remains hollow. Value it. This quiet, abiding feeling may be one of Spirit's ways of sustaining the connection to your precious loved one. In time, where your wound is can be your biggest contribution. In time, you know what it is to be vulnerable and in pain. In time, that knowledge will open you to others who are hurting. But that's when the time's right. So reflecting on being open, feeling that hollowness, and connecting to your wounds. Go ahead and form an intention for your class today. What is it you would like to receive from this short practice? And when you've formed your intention, you can go ahead and start to wiggle and stretch out. Okay, so you're going to begin, just roll to your right side. Okay, so you're going to lie on your right side, and here it's really helpful to have just a small folded blanket or a cushion so that your neck is neutral. And you're going to stack your hands one on top of each other. Okay, that's better because it keeps your neck neutral, so there's no strain in your neck. And then also another thing to keep your pelvis more supported, since we are using blocks in this class, it could be really great just to put a block between your knees, which creates a lot more stability in your pelvis here. So just stack your hands up one on top of each other, and you're going to inhale and exhale, glide your left shoulder blade away from your spine, which will take your left palm beyond your right palm, and inhale, glide it back. But the action happens in your shoulder blade moving away from your spine. Exhale, glide. Inhale, glide back. Exhale, glide. And so you're creating an opening here at the back of your heart center. And then you're going to keep your eyes looking at the right hand on the ground, and inhale, open your left arm, feel the opening at the front of your chest now. And exhale and close. Inhale, opening the front of your chest. And then the final part is inhale, open your left arm, follow it with your eyes, roll all the way open. And exhale and roll back. Moving slowly, opening slowly in your own time. And then just take your block and roll onto your back here. And take a moment here just to feel the difference between your left and your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And let it fall out of your mouth. Okay, I'm going to roll towards the noise of that woodpecker now. So roll to your left side. That stopped as soon as I said that. Okay, place the block between your knees. There he is again. And stack your hands. Adjust your blanket or pillow under your head so that your neck is in a straight line here. And breathe in. Breathe out, glide your right shoulder blade away from your spine. And inhale, glide back. Exhale, glide. Inhale, glide back. And then keep your eyes looking at your left hand on the ground, and inhale, open your right arm. And exhale and close your right arm. Inhale, open your right arm. Exhale and close. And then we're going to do the rolling open one. So inhale, follow your right fingertips with your eyeballs as you roll onto your back. And exhale, roll back closed. Inhaling, roll open. Great. And then you can take that block from between your knees and come up onto all fours. From all fours, you're going to spread your fingers nice and wide underneath your shoulders. Your knees are going to come underneath your hips. And exhale, breathe out, round up from your back, draw your heart up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, lift your head in, tailbone up towards the ceiling, and open your heart towards your mat. And move from your heart center, rounding your heart up towards the ceiling. And inhaling, opening your heart towards the mat. Feeling the movement, the gentle opening at the back of your heart center and the gentle opening at the front of your heart center. Okay, so round up through your spine as you breathe out, and then walk your hands back to your knees and roll up through your spine. And then walk your left foot forward so you come into a lunge pose. Sink down through your front left foot. Really feel the whole sole of your left foot on the ground. Come upright. Feel the opening in the front of your right hip. And inhale, arc your right arm up. Feel that opening up through the front of your chest and your heart center here. And then slowly arc your right arm down, lean back, bring your left leg back, and walk your right leg through. Lean forward into lunge pose. Feel the whole bottom of your right foot on the ground. Let your weight sink into that, come upright. And then arc your left arm up, let your tailbone drop, and feel your chest and heart opening here. And then slowly release your left hand down. And walk your right knee back, and you're going to walk your hands back again. You might need a block here. You're going to come and stand on both knees. And take your block to the outside of your right ankle. You may even want to just take your mat and roll it up so you have extra padding underneath your knees. Come back up to standing on your knees. Readjust your block. Take your hands and place them on your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone under and open up the front of your hips. You can actually even, this would be great to take your other block, put it between your legs. Okay, so tuck your pelvis under, open up through the front of your hips, lift your heart. You could stay here. You can inhale, reach your left arm up and over, place your left hand on the block there, and reach your right arm up. Draw up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine. And then come up and over. Gonna come forward between the sides into child's pose to stretch out your low back. Why don't you take your hands down by your ankles? Okay, and then you're going to slowly roll up. And we'll do that nice gentle opening on the other side. So come on up onto your knees again. And we put a block between our knees. And one on the outside of your right ankle this time. Take your hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tuck your tailbone under. Open up through the fronts of your hips. Lift your right arm up and over and place it on your right block. And then lift your left arm up. Then you can release that out and straighten out your yoga mat. I'm going to finish on the blocks. If you have a bolster, you could use a bolster for this instead. I'm going to take one block and place it up. I'm going to finish with supported fish pose. You can place one block lengthwise between your shoulder blades. The base of your ribs would be the lowest point of the block, and the other block would support your head. Take your palms out to the side. Your arms out to the side, palms turned up. So you can stay here, and I'm going to come up and share the words from our opening again. Your wound is the place where the light enters you. Be open to the pain of your broken heart. Spirit and caring people will enter through its brokenness. Remain open to your hurt. You may think it is easier to suppress your pain or avoid it with distractions and busyness. But eventually your emotions will surface. Grief will demand your attention. There may be a small place within you that remains hollow. Value it. This quiet, abiding feeling may be one of Spirit's ways of sustaining the connection to your precious loved one. Rest back here for as long as you wish. And when you're ready, gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle and stretch out. Tuck your chin. Bend your knees and roll to your right side carefully off your blocks or your bolsters. And slowly make your way up to seated. Namaste.